Go.
Okay, so now we're back, and there's a few things that I need to go over yet. This is the last video. This is part 4 of 4, even though it's the 5th video, okay? So I want to talk to you about some of the other little things yet on the safety of a table saw. Now, we have used the miter gauges, and the miter gauges, as you remember, these are for cross cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take these off this machine, just place them in the machine behind me. So these are over here, and then these are push sticks, and I need to address how these will work. Now, for instance, you always need to maintain a 4-inch margin for safety, like I had said on the other machines. You should never have your hands get closer than 4 inches to any machine at any time, especially any moving part or anything like that, okay? So, that being said, I'm gonna grab this piece of wood right here. We ripped this earlier to 8 inches in width, right? Okay, so here's the deal. But let's say I need to make this 3.5 inches in width. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring my fence over. I'm gonna bring it right to 3.5 inches and lock that in place. I set my height to be 1/8 of an inch above the material, right? All right, so that's been done. Now, when I have a real small piece to be ripped, or I need a push stick, so I can't maintain a 4-inch margin for safety, I can't use a push stick like this because it's too large, especially with this type of guard on here. This will be used differently, but this is a really nice style push stick, but typically it's in one of those applications where you don't have this whole guard system on here. Now, because of what we're doing, we always want to keep the guard on here. So I'm just going to place this one right over here, okay? Now, I'm going to hold this material down, and then I have 2 push sticks. Now, you see this push stick here? This is going to go here, and I'm going to kind of angle when I push this through on a slight angle this way to keep this nice and tight along the fence along here, as we've done in the past, okay? Now, when I'm holding this down, okay, with this hand and against holding it down and against the fence, I turn the machine on. I'm not going to do it just yet, just so you can hear me. I turn it on the machine, I wait for it to get up to 4 RPM, then I will proceed to go ahead and push this material through. Now, if I am going to have someone catch for me on the other side of the saw, they're going to be in the back side to the left, okay? But because we don't have someone doing that, I can use a roller stand. You want the roller stand slightly lower than the surface of the tabletop here, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this material, I'm going to place this like this. I have my push stick. I can either have it here, or I can just set it down here. I turn on the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on. I have this running at 4 RPM. I'm going to keep this nice and tight to the fence. I push this all the way through. I bring the push stick over, bring it back. I turn off the saw and I wait over here so that we don't have a kickback. That way I'm on the safe side of this, okay? So now that the blade has stopped, I can remove my stock. This is the leftover piece. This is the piece I cut that I needed at 3.5 inches. I'm just gonna place these over here, okay? Now, for instance, this board right here, I might need to cut this, let's say, in exactly 2 inches in width. So I lock this down. This does not leave a whole bunch of space in here for me. So I'm just going to have to take this, and I want to make sure that I do not move the piece of wood like this. I keep this nice and tight, and I do not, when I'm pushing this through, a lot of people will do is they'll move this over, and what will happen is this piece will kick out this way and change the dimension from here to here. We don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you have it continuously going same angle and same plane. I'll turn this on. Go ahead, put this started. I push this all the way through. It's on the roller stand. I bring this over, bring this back. I turn this off. I wait for it to come to complete stop. Okay? I do not touch anything until I know that that blade is stopped, and I can see the teeth. And if I see that they're not moving, then I know I'm okay, all right? So now I can just go ahead, I can move my fence back out of the way. I can grab my piece of material and I'm all set, okay? And as far as the table saw goes, this is the end. This is 4 of 4, but really it's your 5th video because remember we have 3.5. Bye.